What's good? And welcome back to Majula Megane. This time we're here to talk about anime. Yeah, it's a Megane Talks Anime. Whew, feel like I haven't done this in a while. Or more, probably because it feels like a retro reflections. Props if you know what that is. But anyways, yeah, we're here to finally talk about fall anime. Or was maybe considered the best season of the year. And to some degree, they might be right. Because looking back at fall of 10 years ago, fall 2013, we used to had some hot shows coming out, boy. It's the 10-year anniversary of Beyond the Boundary, actually. Haha. Yeah, I got a video talking about Beyond the Boundary if you want to check that out. And also Log Horizon, Kill la Kill. Oh, man. Sluggers. But let's talk about this year. And what I seen /saw/see. And what I think is hot. What I think is crispy, worth your time, you know what I'm saying? See, the thing about it is that I've been watching anime for a long time, and now the way I judge anime is a little bit different. I'm gonna keep it real with you. And what I mean by that is I'll let you know about anime that's worth your time, aka anime that makes you almost forget about your purpose. You know, the ones that make you think, oh wait, I should be doing something, but this anime is too hot, I can't look away. But anyways, let's get straight into it. I'm not gonna hit these in any particular order. I'm just gonna go off the order that we have it on my anime list. So if you want to follow along, and make sure you grab a drink. This might be a lengthy one. We're gonna go straight from the top. Let's see, straight from the top. Let's see what we got here. The Rising of Shield Hero, 3rd season. I tried to watch the first episode of this. We're gonna touch on some shows that I actually tried to watch, and I'll give you my 2 cents about it, so I don't make you think that I just skipped over it. But I tried to watch it. It just put me to sleep. You know. We'll come back to that. Yeah, I didn't watch Rising of Shield Hero. I tried to watch first episode, first season. Moving along. Spy X Family, 2nd season. Now I did watch the first season. Both parts of the first season, and I'm not even gonna lie, that's a good show. I'll give the first season easily an 8 out of 10. The 2nd season, it started to feel like anime. The thing about what I like about animes, the great animes, is that it could be anime, but it doesn't feel like anime. You know, kind of like talking about the sluggers is top here, but like Cowboy Bebop, Evangelion, you know, that type of stuff. You know, the stuff you can actually watch with your family without feeling embarrassed. But anyways, Spy X Family, first part of first season, 8 out of 10. Second part of second season, it kinda. Let me pull up the cast, because it was fine, but it was just one character. Yeah, Fiona Frost. She really brought down the series with her infatuation with Lloyd Forger, or Twilight. Yeah, she felt a little two-dimensional in that part. That's why I didn't think it. But coming into the 2nd season, now I only watched the first episode. This is gonna be a first impressions video. First episode, first impressions. It was fun. I had fun. You know, it's an action comedy made by Cloverworks with studio. You're gonna have a great time watching that show. I do actually like the interaction between the three main protagonists. You know, there's some pretty crispy interaction going on, and there's some good humor. It's kind of rare now these days that I actually get a good laugh out of anime, and this one gave me a good laugh. I think the last good laugh off the top of my head that I can know for sure was Prison School. But yeah, this one also gave me a good laugh. I had a good time. You know, but moving on, Goblin Slayer. I don't think I watched the first episode of Goblin Slayer, so we're just gonna skip that. Moving on to So no Frieren, or Frieren's Beyond Journey's End. Now this one was actually a nice show. You know, I've been kind of growing fond of the slow burn shows, you know, where it's like, I know it's not a slice of life, but I'll just give you the story. So basically, the Demon King has been defeated. It's kind of funny how the Demon King never has a name, right? It's kind of funny. But moving along their journey is over between the 4 heroes, Whoop. Didn't mean to close that. Let me see if I can pull up their names. So the 4 heroes of Frieren, of course, Himmel, Hater, and Aizen. Is that Aizen from Bleach? I'm just like, well, let me see. No, that's F. Yeah, Aizen. Okay, not Aizen from Bleach. And their journey is over. And of course, Frieren is an elf, so she lives much longer than, you know, her human counterpart. So the anime kind of centers around that theme and how she's going to interact with humans from here on in, because I'm not going to spoil too much here, but you know, the other heroes get old and she pretty much stays the same, and she's now having to deal with, you know, people aging in her life and all that stuff. It feels like a nice show, nice slow burn. I think I could actually get really into this. And let's see. Yeah, that's a good show. Good show. Alright, now let's move on to The Eminence of Shadow Seconds. Nah, I didn't watch the first season at all, so we're gonna skip that. Dr. Stone, New World Part 2. I actually did watch the first season of Dr. Stone, and I thought it was good. But then the thing about it is that after a while, it just started to feel like, I know exactly what it was. The character started to feel very two-dimensional. They didn't really feel like they didn't really have. No, I didn't watch New World. I watched Stone Wars. That's what it was. Stone Wars in the first one. But the characters felt very two-dimensional. You know, it was like X happened and Y happened. There wasn't really too much. Like, it felt pretty predictable. So it pretty much became a science class for me, which wasn't too bad. But you know, with anime, the characters are really the selling point. But yeah, we're gonna move on to something I actually did watch. Undead Unluck. I haven't watched that yet. Tokyo Revengers. They're on a 3rd season. I didn't watch that either because it sounded so. The premise of the first season, the story sounded so pathetic. You know, it was time travel. Another time travel show. How many time travel shows are we gonna have? We already have time travel shows in video games. Anyways. All right, so let's move on to something I actually did watch. Oh yes, Ragna Crimson. Now this show, when I was watching it, you know, the first 5 episodes had me thinking it was gonna be shit. Not even gonna lie. Kudos to Studio Silver Lake. You got me tripped up on it because, you know, the first 20-30 seconds is coming off as Buddy overpowered edgelord. But then it turns out, whoop, you know, that's just a vision that he had. And that was pretty crazy. And it turns out he's actually weak. He doesn't actually have those powers yet. You know, actually no, this one's not even time travel. This one does a little different. But the first episode is actually 40 minutes long, which is actually a bonus. I didn't know that until I was watching and I'm like, dang, man, this thing got me really deep in. And then I realized it was 40 minutes. But anyways, yeah, Ragna Crimson, that's a really good one. It's about basically dragon hunters, and they hunt dragons, but then the dragons decide to, I guess, organize and gang up on the humans. I'm not gonna spoil it too much, but that was a pretty good show. It actually had me in for a loop, and I might stick along for the ride. I usually binge my shows, so we'll come back to that later. Moving on to the next show, Shangri-La Frontier. Alright, Shangri-La Frontier. So it's basically a show about a dude in high school, I think he's in his 2nd year, who intentionally goes out and plays shit games. And then he actually, the store manager actually tells him, hey, why don't you stop playing those shit games and actually go play a good game? You know, like most people do. But this show is actually not bad. This show is not bad. But my gripe with this show is like, okay, it's like another wall. So it's like, instead of playing video games, you'd rather watch an anime about a guy playing video games. It's like, come on. It feels like marketing, but I hope this game actually does exist. I haven't done my research prior to this. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm actually curious. I'm actually gonna look it up. Is that a real game? Because if it doesn't have Shangri-La Star Coral at the end, I'm gonna be kind of upset. Oh, I typed in Shangri-La Coral. For my Car Fight Vanguard buddies out there. Let's see. Nah, see, that's the thing. It's not even a real game. Okay, anyways, so it feels like an advertisement for a game that doesn't exist. But then I'm like, wouldn't you rather just cut out the middleman and actually watch somebody play video games? The shameless plug. Absolutely, the shameless plug. We play video games around here on this channel. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to check that out. But we got more on the way. But Shangri-La Frontier, I don't know if I'm going to be along for the ride for this one, because it's like, I would understand this being entertaining if you didn't play video games. But as a gamer, I'd rather just go spend the time to play video games. Let's see. It's 25 episodes. So 25 episodes and approximately about 30 minutes each episode, or 24 or 25. We'll just round that up to half an hour. That's 8 hours that you would spend watching this show. Imagine putting 8 hours into a video game. Or 8 hours into watching my video games. Kind of long story short, I don't know about Shangri-La Frontier. It looks good, feels good, but entertainment wise, it leaves me questioning. Look, I can go back 10 years ago, fall 2013. I watched Log Horizon. That was some pretty good stuff right there. So I don't know what Shangri-La Frontier is going to bring different to the table in terms of action adventure fantasy. See, you could have made. Why didn't you? See, they should have listened to Frieren. They made a fantasy show without it being about video games. Anyways. Shangri-La Frontier is in a mixed bag for me. Let's see. We're gonna move on to something I have watched or am gonna talk shit about. One that is on my list that hasn't come out yet is the Apothecary Diaries. That looks pretty good. Maybe we'll see. I don't know yet. Moving on, I did watch the Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. It's about as mad as you expect it to be, unless you want to see some bouncies. But there's nothing really to write home about on here. Moving on, I actually did give a stab to, Kamonohashi's Forbidden Deductions. That one's an interesting, weird. I usually don't do the mystery shows because there's usually a lot of talking, and with anime, anime is pretty visual, so it's kind of confusing when we're seeing a lot of talking to me. But despite that, this was actually a pretty interesting show. I don't know if I'm going to keep up with it myself, but that's on the table if you like a comedy mystery. It was somewhat amusing. It was quirky. It was weird. I'll say that. Moving along, Kanojo second season. I did watch the first episode of this, but it wasn't as pimpin' as I thought. Yeah, I said pimpin'. It was it wasn't as pimpin'. And we're just gonna leave it at that. Let's see. The Ancient Magus' Bride second season part 2. What's with all these second season part 2s and part 1s on some Harry Potter Hunger Games? Anyways, I did watch the first few episodes of the first season. It didn't I don't know. For a drama, fantasy, and romance, it just didn't strike a chord with me. If you like that, that's there you go. But we're gonna move on. Let's see. Seijo no Maruku wa Banno Desu second season, or The Saint's Magic Powers Omnipotence season 2. Now I did try season 1, but season 1 had a major flaw in that in the first episode she took off her glasses. Yep, man, that's what did it for me right there. If she had kept on her glasses the whole time, maybe I could have been along for that ride. Yeah, we're gonna be like that, and we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to Nanatsu no Taizai. I haven't seen that in a while. Nanatsu no Taizai had a similar issue that I had with Dr. Stone. There we go. In that the characters felt very two-dimensional. They felt like X equals Y, or X, just the simple formulamatic type of scenario. The characters didn't really seem like they learned or develop or grow. It just felt like, he's bad. I'm good. We're just gonna do this, you know, kind of thing. I don't know. It was cool, but you know, after going along, the characters just didn't really seem to change much. Moving along, Overtake. Oh yeah, Overtake. Now you know we love our good motorsports over here. Now Overtake actually covers F4, which is kind of convenient because F1 doesn't cover Formula 4. So this actually works. It only covers Formula 1 and Formula 2 some races. So this is kind of convenient. So this one is like your entry level learning about motorsport and stuff like that. I watched the first episode. I actually enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing more of this. You know, you never know. I could learn something new about motorsport that I didn't already know. And you could too. But you know me, we got some racing out here. But this is track racing. So I'm going to let you know that. Track racing, you know, design, built racecraft, stuff like that. I'm going to keep my eye on this. Definitely going to watch this one. I mean, it has Overtake in the name. You already know. All right, let's see what else was hot this season. Oh, and then another racing show, MF Ghost. I had so many expectations for MF Ghost because when I saw it before the season started, I was like, oh shit, spiritual successor to Initial D, I'm in. And then I saw episode 1. And we didn't get too much. You know, okay, so here's a backdrop. So, you know, the world, for all intents and purposes, has gone full electric. All cars that you drive on the road is electric. So now where the internal combustion engine cars have gone is to MF Ghost, which is like this sanctioned racing kind of thing, which is cool. But, you know, they're going high speed, but they're not wearing any helmets. So I'm like, okay, is this legit or is this street? But, you know, I'm like, okay, somewhere between. All right, cool. We'll let it slide. But my real problem with episode 1 was that it had this emphasis on romance. I mean, of course, particularly from the lady side. And I was like, okay, you know, Initial D. Whew, man, it just doesn't live up to that Initial D name. Anyways, I'll tell you what. Episode 1, all talk, no action. And, you know, we learn about the main character. He's Kanata Katagiri is his name. And, you know, he was taught by the infamous Fujiwara Takumi. But he decides, you know, he's got to go into the MF Ghost to find his father. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know, and, you know, the whole setup feels like a ploy to market the Toyota 86. I'm fine with that. Anime is marketing to some intents and purposes. Cool. Got it, right? But we don't get that. We don't get that perk your lips out, you know, pedal to the metal type stuff. You know, we don't even like, okay, they make a point to say, yeah, you know, she's only a manual, you know, she still got her stick shift. She's not semi-automatic. And Buddy's like, okay, cool. But we don't see any of that. We see it in Initial D, of course, but we don't see it in any of this. And it just, this feels like the vegan version of Initial D. And I ain't gonna lie. And to be fair, I even gave episode 2 a shot. I said I was going to binge it, but I was like, you know what? No. Let me give episode 2 a shot. Let me see if the action kicks in. Because at the end of the first episode, he starts his qualifying lap. By the end of episode 2, he still doesn't finish a qualifying lap. I'm like, dog, Takumi busted Takahashi Keisuke's RX-7 by the end of episode 1 with that verse initiation where he went pow pow. And that blew Keisuke away. Hold up, I got it. You know, we're going to play it back right there. He went pow and then pow. And Keisuke didn't even know what to do. He just had to stop the car. But in this one, I don't know. I had high hopes for MF Ghost. But after seeing the first 2 episodes, and then you got Senpin Senpai, who's 2 downshifts away from full on Senpin. I don't know what's going on with him. He needs to get back. He needs to focus on being number 1 on some blacklists. You know, I grew up on Initial D, and that was some street shit. And I know this MF Ghost isn't some street shit. You know, it's a little bit more like Need for Speed Pro Street rather than Need for Speed Most Wanted. But it's like, come on, give me some action. Give me some perk your lips out. Give me some footwork, gear shifts, pop, pop, backfire. Just like we had in the first episode of Mission D, we had the FD backfire, whoop, whoop, and the engine sound and all that. We get a little bit of it in MF Ghost, but other than that, I was pretty let down. I still might give it a shot, but its cover is blown. I see what they're up to, and it's not looking that hot. And then let's see some honorable mentions. Well, not really honorable mentions, but I scrolled down through Mal and I haven't seen anything else that I'm watching. But I'll just give my 2 cents on some shows that I have seen, so you can get my opinion on them, and you can let me know in the comments below how you feel about these shows. For example, like Jujutsu Kaisen, 2nd season. Now I did watch the 1st season. It was alright. It wasn't too bad. It was kind of cool. But coming into the 2nd season, I just realized that there was coming into a problem where every character they have or every new character they bring just seems like, why is everybody a smartass? I don't get it. Like, everybody has the same personality as fucking smartass. And then you got Zany Maki, which she's cool and cute, but she's a little bit too masculine for my taste. I don't like masculine women like that. But I mean, I know she's fighting, but everybody seems like a smartass. There's no variation. It seems pretty monotone. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, and I probably won't say the characters are two-dimensional. But I'm gonna slap that warning list on there right there. And then of course we're gonna move on. I made a video about Zombie 100. That was when you start seeing blood in blue, green, and yellow, and everything but red, you start to bring up some really, really good questions. But anyways, I think that's gonna be doing it for what I'm watching this anime season, what I got my eye on. So let me give you the rundown. Jim, I'm gonna need that rundown. Office joke. Alright, so my eye is on Spy X Family 2nd season. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna see that through to the end. Frieren. Yeah, or Frieren. I gotta practice my Japanese. Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. Yeah, that one looks pretty good. 24 episodes. Oh, okay. No, 28 episodes. Interesting. Alright. So you may not hear from me for a while about the review on that show. We'll see. Spy X Family is only 12 episodes. That's a shame. That's alright. Ragna Crimson, 24 episodes. I wonder if episode 1 counts as 2 episodes. We'll find out. That one looks pretty interesting. Shangri-La Frontier, I don't know. I really don't know. I'll give it like one more episode. But it gives me that vibe that I got something else better to do type shit, And let's see, Apothecary Diaries. I might come out with a separate episode for that if it's hot enough. We'll see. Overtake, definitely got my eye on that. That's gonna be 12 episodes. And last, but it might be least, I don't even know. MF Ghost. MF Ghost. Ugh. I don't even know. I can't even bring that to my friends and be like, yo, you watched that? It's like, nah. It's like, nah. You ask me, I'm like, yeah, I think I heard of it. Seriously, I'm gonna pull up a little bit. You'll see. I showed you some clips of initially. That backfire. It gives you that intensity, like. Anyways, let me not make any funny noises, but that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you for watching. These were just my 2 cents on the anime coming out this fall season. But man, I'm not gonna lie. You know what? We got a little bonus time. Let's go way back in time, back into fall of 2013. Just when I was starting high school. Back in my day. Let's see, what do we have coming out? We had Kill la Kill, hot and crispy. Everybody knows Kill la Kill. Kyokai no Kanata, Beyond the Boundary. Yep, one of my favorite animes of all time, easily. Log Horizon, of course, that was pretty hot. Golden Time, that was actually pretty nice. That was an interesting show. Magi, the Kingdom of Magic, that was nice. Kuroke no Basket, 2nd season. Oh man, Strike the Blood? Oh, no. Nagi no Asukara, that one was interesting. I had some mixed feelings about that one. There was a lot of crying in that one. I'll warn you about that. Tokyo Ravens, man. Non Biori, if you like that kind of humor / slice of life. Let's see, what else was hot? Outbreak Company wasn't actually too bad. That was actually pretty nice. Let's see, Unbreakable Machine. No, that was ecchi. Ecchi alert. Hajime no Ippo Rising. That's a good boxing show. I couldn't become a hero, so I elected to decide to get a part-time job. Interesting, but that's ecchi alert. White Album 2. Oh yeah, White Album 2 was pretty. That was pretty drama right there. Yeah, that was a drama romance if I ever seen one. Little Buster's Refrain. Come on, man. Look at all these shows. Samurai Flamenco. It might flow a boat for some people, but to each their own. But I actually enjoyed it. But man, we had some hot stuff. Coppelion was actually pretty nice. Blaze Blue Ultra Memory. That was about a fighting game, but that was not bad. Gundam Build Fighters. Come on now. Fighters Collection. Man, shoot. Anyways, we're not gonna make any comparisons. We already know how hot fall 2013 was compared to this fall 2023. But I just go to show how hot the fall season is. Fall season is usually where I like to say the anime industry pulls out the best bets. Or the Grand Slam is the Grand Slam of the anime year. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to take a quick peek solo leveling. Anyways, take a quick peek into the winter. Oh, yeah, winter just looks like straight hot. We're getting another season of Blue Exorcist. Oh, come on. Anyways. All right, yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. And let me know which anime you're watching this season. And if you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, we're trying to grow the channel up. We're modular out here. We got gaming, we got anime, we got art, but that's on a different channel. That's on Eclipse Fine Arts if you want to see some of that. I'm still had to, yeah. I was working on some background stuff in the background for that. So I'll get, if I can get the announcement and all the paperwork's finished, that'll be great. So I can announce that. But that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Once again, like, comment, subscribe. It's gonna be Megane signing out. Peace. And I'll also leave a link to Fighters Collection, because Fighters Collection is not on YouTube anymore because they gave me 2 copyright strikes for one video. Imagine that. But yeah, I'll leave a link in the description for that. I won't leave it in the comments. I still want to buy Gunpla. I don't want Bandai or Sunrise to give me the band hammer on Gunpla. Oh, I can't have that. I already got some pre-orders in, But on that note, I'll leave it to you. Have a great day. God bless. Peace.